related to Europe. 40 facts. So, some random facts, alright. This is. Oh, hi. Hello, and welcome for another facts related ASMR session. And for today, I prepared something insane, crazy. Yes, I tried to find out, to discover some crazy facts, insane things about Europe. And I found a lot of them, so you're gonna laugh and you're gonna get sleepy or so. So let's start. So the first random fact is about Liechtenstein in Europe. Well, Liechtenstein, it's some of the smallest European state. And the coolest fact, or the funniest, is that this is a very tiny European country. Now, this country has more registered companies than citizens. Has more registered company than citizens. And this due to the fact that it's a tax haven. So this is about Liechtenstein. Another fact is about this time it came from Sweden. This is hard for me, so give me a second, because in Sweden it's illegal to name your child. It's a very long word. I will try to spell it, to pronounce it like it's BRFXCCLMNP CCLMCKS Alright, so, and these are the words characters, and it's pronounced Albin, and it's illegal. Alright, this is an impossible to pronounce word, at least for me. It starts with B. Good. I told you it will be interesting, this session. Next fact. Well, this one is cool. In 1967, the Finnish town of Nokia decided to give a TV to every household that paid its taxes. How cool was that? And this happens in the TV era in 1967. Right. the Finnish town of Nokia, from where Nokia, it's originating the brand Nokia. Next fact. The Principality of Sealand, a self-declared sovereign state located on an offshore platform in North Sea, has its own flag, currency, and even a national anthem. Principality of Sealand. Well, that Sealand is an abandoned offshore platform where some people gathered and transformed it in, let's say, a tributary or a so-called nation, because it's that sea platform, it's way enough to the shore, to be in the international maritime waters. And they design their own flag, their own currency, and they have a national anthem. Right. I don't know how illegal it's this, but I heard about it. So, Sealand. Okay. Now this comes from the heart of Europe. The Vatican City or Vatican State has its own internet domain. It's VA, making it the only country in the world to have a domain, a web domain, without having its own landmass. Everybody knows that the Vatican is considered the smallest state in the world, with a size of below 1 kilometer square. Right. Next, there is a town in Norway, which is called Hell. But the paradox is that it often freezes during the winter. So, Hell from Norway, it's freezing during the winter. Okay, so next, let's say the Faroe Islands. Faroe Islands, it's a smaller archipelago in the Northern Atlantic Ocean, and those small archipelago own that small archipelago, there are more sheeps than people. I mean sheeps, not ships, sheeps than people. It's a population of 80,000 sheep compared to 50,000 residents only. So there is 1.3 sheep per resident. Intriguing, right? Alright, now this one is a little bit scarce. The next. In Czech Republic, there is a church made entirely of human bones, called the Sedlec Ossuary. Right, an entire church made of the human bones. Okay. That's, The town of Dull in Scotland has a partnership with the town of Boring in Oregon, USA. Wow, this it's okay until now, but it's creating the Dull and Boring partnership. Right, so Dull and Boring. I didn't know that in Oregon, United States, there is a town called Boring. Oh my god. How are dealing the settlers or the citizens from that town with this kind of association of. Right. Italy has a law that allows anyone to return lost money to the police and receive 10% finder's fee if it remains unclaimed after 2 years. Okay, this is interesting. So, if you find a sum of money and you wait until 2 years and nobody claimed that sum of money, you can return it to the police with and you will get a 10% finder's fee. Cool. Well, in that case, if you are not spending that uncommon sum in those 2 years, that depends on you, of course. Right. The small Republic of San Marino, which is another one of the world's smallest country, has more cars than people. And I know this, it's not strange because some of the taxpayers from Italy, they're registering their cars to San Marino because they have a deducted tax. That's why making this small country to have more cars registered than residents. San Marino. La Repubblica di San Marino. Good. Okay. In Finland, we're returning to Finland. Students enjoy penkarit tradition where they dress up in costumes and ride in the back of trucks around the city before their final exams. Is this a luck ritual there, or it has something related with luck? Well, after that I bet they feel lucky and they can pass the exam. Maybe some statistics should be made. The smallest street in Paris. The smallest street in Paris, France. It's Rue du Degré. Rue du Degré. Rue du Degré. It's only 5.75 feet. It has its wide 5.75 feet and translated in European measurement it's 1.7 meters wide, so only a very narrow car can enter. So, in Switzerland, it's illegal to flush the toilet after 10 p.m. because of the noise disturbances. Alright, so we will flush it in the morning, right? Alright, casa down. Okay. The Icelandic Paleological Museum, located in Reykjavik, Iceland, showcase the world's largest display of penises, and penile parts from various mammals. So, if you want to see mammals' penises, just stick in Reykjavik for some days. Okay, so now Estonia is known as Estonian Silicon Valley due to its high number of startups and tech companies per capita. Yes, Estonia is a leading country in terms of IT and technology in Europe. The Scottish town of Kelso hosts an annual event called Jedburgh Game, a traditional rough and tumble ball game played between uppies and downies. Okay, these are the teams. So from which are you? Uppies or downies? I don't know. Random fact. In Germany, it's common to wish someone Guten Rutsch, or good slide, on New Year's Eve instead of Happy New Year. So Guten Rutsch, good slide. So you're gonna slide in that year perfectly. The island of Gotland in Sweden hosts an annual event called Medieval Week we say in Europe mostly, where participants dress in medieval costumes and reenact historical events. Well, this is not the only place, because also in my town, which has some medieval heritage, we are having some of these kind of events during the year. So it's not something very new. In Europe, it's very common in most small cities or fortresses that have become, meanwhile, burgs or cities. Right. In Denmark is a tradition of breaking dishes on a friend's doorsteps on New Year's Eve to bring good luck. Wow. They should make they should make a conquest contest who is gathering the most broken dishes in the morning. Right. The Catalonian region of Spain celebrates La Diada da Sant Jordi, La Diada da Sant Jordi, Saint George Day, by exchanging books and roses, similar to Valentine's Day. Wow, nice, nice, very nice. A cool fact, again from Finnish or part or from Finland, where there is another tradition of to visit or of visiting a sauna on Christmas Eve. And you know that Finland is famous for its sauna traditions, and there are saunas all over the areas. So the Finns love saunas, believe me. The island of or Isle of Man holds an annual event called Ditty Races. This is famous where motorcycles riders race along public roads at high speeds. Well, actually, that one is one of the most dangerous circuits for motorcycling in Europe. It's insane. You should try to search on YouTube DD races to know what I mean. The Scottish town of St. Andrews is famous for its association with golf, and it's considered the birthplace of golf sport, of course. Golf, St. Andrews. This one I should try it, but only if I'm on the Sweden territory. There, in Sweden, has a telephone number which is 02020202 that connects callers to a random sweet willing to chat. Yo, clever idea, clever idea. So if you want to chat, just call that number, and some random person from the other side of the device, it will respond, and I believe it will start to chat with you. How cool is that? Well, actually, I'm very surprised to discover such weird facts about Europe. The annual running of the bulls event in Pamplona, Spain, involves participants running in front of a group of bulls let loose on the city streets. Yes, this is a tradition there, and it's worldwide known. The French village of Saint-Pierre-d'Oléron hosts an annual event called the Foie Gras Festival, celebrating the delicacy made from fattened duck or goose liver. Well, this is a delicacy, foie gras. Yeah, and it's quite expensive. I found also some in my uh, in Romanian stores. I don't know if it's original or it's just a copy receipt. In Iceland, there is a tradition of giving books as Christmas. Alright, I read that, sorry. Next, in the town of Oia, Santorini, Oia from Santorini, Greece, there is a hotel room carved into a volcanic rock known as Venus site, Venus suit, where guests can sleep inside an ancient cave. Ancient cave. The town of Coo, it's COO, in Belgium. It's home to a giant statue of a peeing boy, called the mannequin piece, which has become the city's symbol. Mannequin piece, mannequin piece. You know, in Montenegro, there is a small town called Kotor, which houses over 2,000 exhibits related to cats, including artwork, sculptures, and other things. So if you are a cat lover, just visit Kotor in Montenegro. In Spain, there is an annual festival called La Tomatina, where thousands of people gather to throw ripe tomatoes to each others in the streets of Buñol. This is another old and very known tradition in Spain about the running bulls from Pamplona. A small village of Røros in Norway, it's known for its annual Femdulpet, a long-distance sled dog race covering over 600 kilometers of rough terrain. There are plenty of them also in Alaska, but also here in Europe, in northern country. The town of Rothenburg ob der Tauber, which is in Germany, has an unusual Christmas tradition where locals dress up in a Knechtruprecht, which is some sort of devil-looking like figure who accompanies Saint Nicholas to punish the naughty children. Well, right. The island of Lundy, off coast of Devon, England, issues its own currency called Lundy Puffin, which is accepted for purchases only on the island. Well, that's another very cool fact. So, small island issues its own currency. The Lundy puffins. I don't know, I think I will Google it after to see how it looks like. The Lundy puffin. The village of Bibury in England. It's known for its row of picturesque cottages called Arlington Row, which were originally built in 17th century as wool storehouses. So, and we have arrived to the last one. In Poland, there is a museum dedicated to the history of salt mining, located in the Wieliczka salt mine, and includes sculptures, chapels, and even a ballroom carved on a salt wall. Wieliczka. So, okay, so that was fun. Some of them very interesting and surprising, and the crazy facts was almost skyrocketing at some point. But it was, for me, was very, I learned, discovered new unexpected facts about Europe. Hope to you also. Thank you for watching, and of course, like always, until morning, I wish you all the best. Bye bye. So good. This one, it's okay, lose the focus, sorry.